Hey y'all, today we are making potato soup. This is a different potato soup. It's hash brown potato soup. I made it the other day and Sweet Hunter said it was one of the best soups I've made. I also added homemade croutons to it, and you can see that video on my YouTube channel. So look that up, and it goes great with this soup. So this is a variety of different hash brown soup recipes that I've saw, and I just put together my own recipe. So let's get to cooking. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in 4 cups of water. I've already added 2. I'm gonna add 2 more. So this is the first thing I'm gonna do with the water. I'm putting some bouillon cubes, and I buy them in a jar. These little suckers are hard to unwrap. They're like caramels. But I used 4 of these, 1 per cup, and this just gives it a rich taste, a rich base to work on. I'm just going to stir those till they are dissolved. You can see the rich broth it's making to start this soup with. So this is the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to add, this is 32 ounces of chicken broth, and I'm going to add probably this whole thing. This is a lighter version than the chicken bouillon cube. So the next thing I'm going to do is add hash browns. The other day when I made it, I used the shredded. It doesn't really matter. This one actually has the onions and peppers in it. Otherwise, I would add onions to this broth. So I'm going to bring this broth to a boil, which I have, and then I'm going to slowly add this bag of hash browns. How easy is that? And then I'm going to stir it. I'm going to bring this back to a full boil, and then I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And you'll taste this later to see how much salt and pepper you need. So I'm going to continue to let this come back to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to a simmer for about 15 or 20 minutes. So while my soup is simmering, I have fried some bacon, and you can do that in the microwave. That's the simple way to do it, and if you're crushed for time, I think that's great. We actually like it fried in an iron skillet. I also have my bread cubed up for my croutons, and like I said, you can go see a video on making croutons with French bread on my YouTube channel. So just look for homemade croutons. I'm gonna, while this is simmering, because I used the chunk hash browns, I did take a potato masher and mashed it up. With the shredded hash browns, I didn't have to do that. They cooked up. But this has turned out to be a good, creamy soup. You can see the peppers in it. So this is the way I've got it simmering. It started out about 1 inch higher, and it simmered to kind of well, like a potato soup. Hash browns are potatoes, and it's just like a potato soup. So a creamy potato soup. So the next thing we're going to add is I'm going to add 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. I'm hoping to make a little bit more to share with somebody. I'm also going to add some minced garlic, and I'm going to do that right now. Just go ahead and put that in. After I add the soup, we'll be adding some sour cream. And I think this is about half full. I'll probably add all of that. We'll add 1 block of cream cheese. And then at the very end, we'll add the cheese on top. Okay, I've stirred that in good, and I've just got it on a low simmer. I'm gonna start adding my cream cheese, and I have softened it, and I'm just cutting it up. I'm adding a whole block. Then I'm gonna stir this. You just wanna mix everything up good. And I'll let this sit for about on a low simmer with me stirring it for about 5 more minutes to get that cream cheese incorporated. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my cream cheese, my sour cream, Fixing to add some more cream cheese to it, which would be really good though. I just added what I had. I think it was about half of this container. And then I'm going to stir it in. I'll let that also simmer for about another 5 minutes while I'm stirring. So at this point, you can either put this in the crock pot on low for just a little while, and then I would put it on keep warm because you just want to keep everything warm. Everything's cooked, or you can keep it on the stove. Mine's done, and all I'm going to do is add the croutons, the bacon, and the cheese. Now, many people put cheese in their soup, but this already has cream cheese and it's got sour cream. So I think it's got plenty in it. We're just going to do the shredded cheese as a topping along with the bacon and the croutons. So I am going to dish this out for Sweet Hunter. It's good and hot. You don't really need any bread with this if you do the croutons. So this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the cheese first, and that's just a little bit because we do have the cream cheese in it. I'm going to do some bacon. Can't go wrong with bacon. And I'm going to do my homemade croutons. And these are delicious. Make sure and go watch the video on how to do them. You'll be surprised how easy it is. So here is his soup. So I'm going to take this to the table and serve him. This is good on a cold day like it is today. Y'all subscribe, like, leave a comment. I would love that. And y'all go cook something.